If your company processes payments through credit cards, especially from consumers, invariably you'll end up with a customer chargeback. How do you reverse that chargeback? We're not going to talk today about preventing chargebacks. That's a separate issue. This is how do you reverse a chargeback that's already occurred. Actual fraud, if a customer's card was actually stolen, used by fraud, that's a little bit of a separate issue, but some of the chargebacks come from customers that legitimately bought a product and they're trying to use the chargeback process to get something for free or to negotiate. How do you deal with that? First of all, we're going to do an investigation. Start with looking at the IP address where the charge came from. Does it match up with where that customer's emails are coming from, where that customer is physically located? Look for other accesses. Do you have server logs showing that customer has gone to other pages on your website at different times? That will demonstrate that they physically have gone to your website and it's legitimately that person. Look at the emails out, emails in to see if those match up. Right away, and get good legal advice on this, send out a fraud investigation letter to the client. Let them know that you're investigating fraud on their account and your account. You can represent that you're trying to help them to see where the fraud came from. Tell them that you're discussing this with law enforcement for prosecution. You're also requesting information from the ISP where that order came from. If it was ordered online, you're going to requesting subpoenaing information from the ISP, whether it's AOL, whether it's Yahoo, wherever that came from, to see where that location exists, and that they'll be contacted by an investigator for an interview. A lot of times, if the customer feels like this is blown out of proportion, they'll withdraw the chargeback. You can't threaten things you're not willing to go through on, so do send letters to the ISP requesting that. You can even include that letter with your fraud investigation notice to the client. You certainly do want to make an inquiry to law enforcement. They may not tell you that they can do much, but at least you're creating that effort. And in many cases, a customer will only do a free stuff chargeback if they think that's going to be the end of it. They can just get the stuff for free and you're going to walk away. If you are doing an investigation, have somebody really qualified call that customer up and ask them pointed questions about, did they know anybody who received this product? Could somebody in their house have done this? Have they ever filed a chargeback before? Because if they know these questions will be asked, they know that you're not just going to roll over and let this chargeback go through. And then check things like delivery address, delivery date, the city and state, any registration of a product. If your product is something that gets registered for a warranty, see if this customer actually registered the warranty. A lot of times people will do that. And then last but not least, you can also do a small claims lawsuit. If it's in another state, another city, it may seem like it's impractical to actually do a lawsuit and follow through, but if a customer that you believe and you have information actually received your product and filed a chargeback, if you file a lawsuit, a lot of times you can do that remotely. You don't have to show up to do the lawsuit. You can do that by mail. They're going to get a lawsuit subpoena by postal mail. They might, negotiate paying you back for your chargeback fee, for your legal fees, for your product cost. And a lot of times if you win that lawsuit, you can provide that to your merchant account and that chargeback will be removed from damaging your merchant account. One area of chargeback that's come up lately is what's called eBay triangulation. So be careful of this. What will happen is somebody will buy your product and it'll be shipped to a third-party address. The credit card that was stolen actually is buying a product for another person selling it on eBay. And that person will get paid from PayPal and be using your stolen credit card to fund their inventory. So that's an area you want to look at. eBay triangulation. Google search that term and you'll see a lot more information. If you have more questions about reversing customer chargebacks and how to investigate that, you can reach us at our website, afxsearch.com. Ask us questions. We're glad to help. Customer chargebacks, they're a horrible thing in business, but they can be prevented and reversed even if they already hit.